Hi, I'm Coffee Kevin. Happy New Year. And I was just practicing, if we ever do 3D, which who knows, this could be coming. I don't know how fast the internet can do it, I think. It's a question of all the other people in line, including us probably. Okay. Yes, Happy New Year. Today is the day I'm going to discuss my coffee New Year's resolutions. And I'm going to brew coffee, but I'm going to brew it. I've already set it up to brew because I really want to stay on this list. And you'll hear during my list one reason for that. And all it is going to involve, this is a coffee, by the way, from Big Shoulders. It is a Guatemala. I thought it was the same Guatemala. I didn't get to it until a few days after I got it because I thought it was the same coffee I'd already had. And even though it was great coffee, I thought, yeah, I've had that one before. I will try the other ones first. But it's not. It's just because it's from Guatemala. This one, the other one was from San Marco. This is from a La Folie farm run by Luis Pedro Zelaya in the Antigua region. Excuse me, please, for any mispronunciations. We've roasted it to highlight fresh floral notes, chocolate, and smooth acidity. Yeah, and it's a Bourbon. I believe it's Bourbon mixed with some Caturra, but those are both real nice, pretty much considered heritage growths. It's a washed coffee, which I think is a great... one time... Guatemalans were known for a smokiness. I believe that turned out to be because of the drying method used, but it still was a unique and very popular quality that Guatemalans have. But the modern Guatemalans don't usually have that, and I have not noticed it in this one either. But we're going to brew it. It should be a really nice coffee. I've already pre-ground it to a drip grind. I tweaked my drip grind, by the way. Those of you that use burr grinders and have the variable setting, such as a Virtuoso from Baratza, that's not my grinder, but I do have that ability to kind of micro adjust. And I actually got the grind a little better, I think, over the holidays. This I'm using the Brim. The Brim gets to the SCA Gold Cup standards, which all the brewing is done, or 90% of the brewing is done, since the first few drops might not be, between 196 degrees Fahrenheit and 205 degrees. It's all takes place within a 6-minute period, and I use the optimum setting, and I use the tested amount of 55 grams per 1 liter. Which 1 liter is what this coffee maker likes best to make. I think you'll find that almost any drip coffee maker has a sweet spot, and that's this one's. Press the button, and we're off. And let me go over my coffee resolutions for 2020. Number 1, I will choose coffee for its taste. I will neither buy coffees just because they're on sale, because some celebrity, or worse, an expert tells me to, or because an ad agency put some sort of rhetoric on the product label extolling its impact on birds. I have nothing against coffees that really have a good environmental impact of whatever, but it's, frankly, we have to buy coffee by taste first, or the fine coffees will disappear. And that's a kind of it's like going to viewing an artwork. You still should... I always put my politics or my economic wishes and everything else, even my humanity, after the first goal, and that is to enjoy the art. 2, I will measure my ingredients when brewing. The approved coffee measure, like this one here, that actually comes with the Brim, looks like this. No known production, roast, or packaging method affects these measurements or the product's yield. I will seek, as my primary brewer, one that makes approximately the same amount I and my family consumes at one sitting. Hopefully it is not so arduous a task that if we require more, I will make another batch rather than store large quantities of brewed coffee in any kind of warming device. Mediocre coffee tastes better fresh than does top quality brew after an hour or more of storage. 4, my best aim is to buy locally fresh roasted coffee. If I can afford one, I should get a good burr grinder and grind fresh. After that, the most important thing I need to learn to do is brew coffee. Beer and wine connoisseurs do not need to learn to brew beer or vint wine, but coffee lovers do. It's the number one thing to learn as more important as finding and buying the best beans. 5. No matter how good I get at brewing and tasting the results of great coffee, I want to encourage my friends to join me without judging their wish to combine the best coffee with other ingredients. If they add cream, oat milk, or sugar, vanilla, it is for them an additive, like fresh pepper on a garden-fresh arugula salad, not a cover-up. I know many experts who privately consume their coffee as they wish, and the esteemed Specialty Coffee Association prides itself on world-class competitions to discover who can foam milk over their precious espressos. 6. Henceforth, I will drink my coffee at 150 degrees Fahrenheit or less. Anything hotter can permanently destroy or damage your throat. A good way to minimize this risk is to take a cup of chilled water along with any coffee you consume. I've even covered items like the Drink Perfect device that instantly lowers the temperature. As a side effect, the most costly complex taste notes that differentiate the best from plainer coffees are most apparent in the safe temperature range. 7. If I purchase a coffee maker in 2020, I will seek out one that meets the gold cup standards endorsed by the Specialty Coffee Association and myself. A quick note, I was part of the original committee who drafted the adoption of these important standards for temperature, time, and extraction. They are not perfect, but they help ensure that you get the taste you pay for in every cup you consume. Most coffee makers do not meet these standards. 8. Taste is the most important reason to drink coffee, but right after taste is a fair deal for the people who produce it. I want to drink and support the farmers who are on the front lines of growing the very finest coffee. Anyone who's farmed or whose family has been in farming knows how important it is and how hard it is as a life, as well as how vulnerable agriculture is to environmental conditions. 9. This one's personal for me. I will work to keep our video visits more brief, more focused, with less wandering around. I want our YouTube and Facebook clips to be quick resources, not meandering rehearsals. I cringe during many of my early moments as I've been reviewing them over the holidays. I genuinely appreciate your encouragement and critique. Writers often descend into open creative sessions when they try out various thought options, and I'm very prone to that. I don't want to abuse your or my time. I want to offer you concise and effective coffee solutions. I promise to do better, and with your help, produce some of the best first-rate content that truly helps us both brew better coffee. Finally, this is 10, I resolve to work tirelessly to bring forth more CoffeeCon events. The best way to learn about coffee brewing, to taste all kinds of coffees and encourage others to enjoy perhaps the world's greatest beverage is through an in-person live event like CoffeeCon. I only started it because I wanted to attend it. I want to, more than ever, do things to further it. 2020 is going to be a great year. Please consider supporting my efforts on Patreon, and that was well within 6 minutes. I've not gotten as quick as the Brim coffee maker yet. I'm opening our Patreon account this week. Among the reasons I want to create this is to help us research the best venues for CoffeeCon, even more immediate. I want to be able to obtain coffee brewers without any strings. I'd also like to start posting longer form podcast interviews, and there are fees for doing that, outside fees for doing that as well. Anyway, I appreciate any help. I'm Coffee Kevin. Happy New Year.